This is a slouchy hat beanie. If you want to learn how to make a slouchy hat crocheted beanie, I can teach you. That's a big mouthful to say. But this is part of my series of making crocheted items for the holiday season to use as gifts. So if you want to learn how to make this slouchy hat, I can show you. Let's go ahead and get started on the tutorial. Today's holiday crochet gift idea is going to be on a slouch hat. This tutorial is going to show you how to do the slouch hat so you can make it as a gift. So I am using a 4.5 hook and just some acrylic yarn that I have here. And we are going to start with a slip knot. And we're going to go ahead and chain up 11. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. For the next row, we are going to go ahead and put a single crochet into the second stitch from the hook. So we just go through and put a single crochet all the way till we get to the end here. Turn, and then we're going to put a single crochet into the front loop only. So we're going to go through the front loop only. When you look at your stitch right here, you see these two loops. There's one and there's two. This one here is the front loop. That one there is the back loop. So we're going to go in just the front loop. You'll see that there is still the back loop right there. So we're only going into the front loop when we pull it through. And we're going to do this all the way across. So you just go through and you do the front loop only. Now this is going to take some time because we are going to do this same process until we get 22 inches long. So this is where you have to be very careful because it's a small piece. You have to make sure that you're going through every stitch. If you happen to miss a stitch, it's not going to be even. And so it'll start bowing in or bowing out. So we're going to chain 2, turn, and do the same thing. Front loop only. All the way back. So it might make sense to count your stitches. Make sure I will do is I will meet you back here when I get 22 inches long, and I'll show you what it looks like, and then we can go on to make the body of the slouch hat. Okay, so right here is still a stitch. You got to make sure that you go into it, otherwise it's going to start veering in, and you don't want it to veer in. Okay. Now we measure either 22 inches or until the band fits comfortably around your head. So I am currently at 20 inches and that will work for me. And when I say 20 inches, I'm trying to show you. So I have this here and I just measure all the way until I just pull here. And I'm pulling. So I'm about 19 and a half. But when I measure that around my head circumference, it fits. So I'm okay with it. So that's where I am going to end. So now what we do is we go ahead and we tie this off. And we cut it off here. Okay. Make sure you have some decent scissors. And then what we're going to do is we are going to use our knitting needle or our tapestry needle, and we're going to sew these together here, okay, so that it makes a band. So I'm going to get my needle, and I'm just going to get here, and I'm going to measure these together, and we're just going to sew it closed. Okay. So however you are used to sewing, I always do like this and go through each one of the stitches, like so, you could see. Okay. That's normally how I do it. And then I will go through and then we will start the body of the hood or the slouch beanie as soon as I get this done here. So now we have our band done, and you can kind of see this is our band, right? This is what our band looks like. So now we go ahead and do a slip knot. And we go ahead and find any one of these stitches here, any one single crochet here, okay? And we start by chaining 2. Okay, so we're just going to go through here and chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to go ahead and put a single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So you just go through and you put a single crochet in each stitch all the way around your band. Okay. So we went ahead and we slip stitched to the first single crochet that we did. So what we're going to do now is chain 2, and this is going to be the first round. It's going to be called the first row, okay, or the round. And so we're going to chain 2 and we're going to do a puff stitch. So a puff stitch is you yarn over, you go through the stitch, you pull it through a little bit, okay? Yarn over, pull through the stitch again, you pull a little bit. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 7. So yarn over, go through, pull the yarn through again. Now we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yarn over, pull through the whole thing. That is a puff stitch, okay? So we go ahead and we chain 1 to secure it. We're going to skip 1 stitch. Okay, so we're going to skip right here, and then we're going to go ahead and do a puff stitch right in here. So we yarn over, go through this stitch, pull through, yarn over, go through this stitch, pull through, yarn over, go through this stitch, pull through. 7 on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yarn over, pull through, chain 1, skip 1, do it all over again. So 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through, chain 1, skip 1. Yarn over, go through the stitch, pull through, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through, chain 1. Okay, skip 1. 1, 2, 3. If you need to make sure that you have 7, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yarn over, pull through, chain 1, skip 1. 1, 2, 3, go through, chain 1, skip 1. So go ahead and do this all the way around. I will meet you when we get done with this round to go on to the next round, okay? So now that we are done here, we're going to go ahead and slip stitch right into here, and then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing again. Chain 2, and then we are going to work continuously around, okay? So this is just going to be in continuous rounds. We have to do a total of, it's 20 rounds is what you're supposed to do. However, it is depending upon how slouchy you want it to be. So I'm probably gonna evaluate at 15 and see how slouchy it is, and then go from there. So what we're gonna do is wherever the chain 1 is, that's where we're gonna put a puff stitch, okay? So we yarn over, go in, pull through, yarn over, go in, pull through, yarn over, go in, pull through, right? Chain 1, skip this stitch right on top of that puff stitch, and put a puff stitch right into the chain 1 space. Okay, so we're doing this all the way around, chain 1, and then you'll do that again here. Okay, and you're going to do this all the way until you get to round 20 or the desired slouch that you want on your beanie or your slouch hat. Okay, so I'm going to do it, like I said, probably until round 15 to see how big it is, and then I will go from there. Just remember, every round you have to end, so you're going to want to slip stitch right into the top here. So you'll end with a puff stitch right here and slip stitch right on this one, chain 2, and then start again. Okay, so I will meet you back here when we get to when I'm done with my rounds and we can close this up. All right, so I went ahead and I did 16 rounds, and that to me was good enough. So we're going to go ahead and close this up. So to close this up, what we want to do is we want to go directly across from where this is at and do a slip stitch. Okay, so we're just going to do a slip stitch here. And then we are going to turn it. And we are going to do this. Okay, so it's in a figure 8 right now, right? So that's how this goes. And once it's in a figure 8, we turn the hat and we insert the hook into the center side of the hat. So we go here and we insert the hook here and we do a slip stitch. Okay, so we pull this through like that, do that again to this one, and we go here and we do a slip stitch right into here like so. And then now we're going to do a slip stitch into this one here. Okay, so you kind of just keep going around and around and around until it is closed enough that you want it to be closed. Okay, so we do this here, slip stitch, come here, slip stitch. Now we need to assess and see where we're at, so we're going to go here and say okay. Might need it a little bit more, maybe we don't want it a little wholly, we don't. We just go through, slip stitch. Oops. Go through, pull our yarn through, and slip stitch. Okay, right here. Do the same thing, come over here, pull it through, and slip stitch. Here's another one here, pull it through, slip stitch. And then any extras, you can just go through and use your tapestry needle and go through and close it up. But I think I am good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this off. And you can make a like a pom-pom or a, you know, little something there that you can put at the top. But this is the inside. So we're gonna flip it over in just a second and you'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I have a little extra here, so I'm just going to go through and make sure that it is closed. Okay, so I went ahead and cut it, it's done, and then this is what it looks like on the inside, and this is how we are. So this is another edge here that I did when I finished, so I'm going to sew that in real fast. Okay, so there we are. This is the slouchy hat. So as always, I hope this tutorial helps you. I'll show you what it looks like on right now. Here we are. This is what the slouchy hat looks like on. So as always, I hope this tutorial helps you. Make sure that you like, make sure you follow, and make sure that you are letting me know if you're going to plan to make it. All right, y'all have a good one.